Quick question. What happens when a customer asks ChatGPT who the best business in your area is? And what happens if your name doesn't even appear? This is sadly the reality for businesses who haven't adapted to AI search. But there is good news. Preparing for AI visibility is much simpler than you think. And we're already doing it for our clients today. If you're wondering how to get your business showing up in front of AI searches, then this episode is for you. AI search is becoming more and more prominent. And I want to make sure that all of our clients are not only prepared, but positioned to win. A lot of businesses are worried about how AI will affect them. But I want to be clear, this is a huge opportunity. Think back to when Google first came out. The businesses that ignored it had to scramble later. The ones that prepared early, they thrived on search engine marketing. That's exactly where we are right now with AI-driven search. In 2025, our agency, Social Geeks Digital, we've been doubling down to make sure our clients are future-proofed. And here's the good news. If you're already an SEO client with us, everything that I'm about to run through is already included in your plan, no extra charge. The first thing you need to do for AI search is make sure that you're AI indexing. Google's Gemini, which is one of the most popular AI platforms, they use their own search API. If you're indexed with Google's Search Console, then you're covered there. ChatGPT, on the other hand, pulls from Bing's Search API. That means that your site needs to have a Bing Webmaster Tools account so you can be indexed there. Our team already helps set that up. Other engines like Perplexity, Claude, Meta's Llama, they crawl AI-friendly sites. So to be visible there, you need to have a robots text file structured for AI crawlers. Again, we can help you with all of that, along with the technical optimizations like semantic tags, completely free. The next thing you need to do for your website is NLP compliance. Natural language processing is how AI agents actually read your site's content. Structuring it correctly is key. This is why it's important to invest in a content team instead of going all in on automation. Articles and pages need a natural flow to be indexed properly, and we'll continue formatting content like that for our clients. If any of your pages aren't NLP compliant, let's say you're using a lot of JavaScript or HTML, which is hiding the words, then you're going to need to try to fix that. Now, third, reporting. There's no necessary mainstream tools that accurately track AI crawlers. We use Ahrefs, and they do have AI searchability in there, and Cloudflare as well does help with AI searches and show us there. We are currently working on getting some really cool AI tools in there so that we can report on AI searches in your dashboard. We're already testing this at the moment, and we're hoping to have that launch very soon for our clients in our SEO reports. Now, AI is what we call a deflationary event. Services that don't adapt will lose value. That's not us. At Social Geeks, our job is to stay ahead of the curve and deliver genuine value. Whenever new requirements come in from AI search providers, we will roll them out into our clients' plans at no extra charge. Our accounts team will reach out to you to help with Bing Webmaster Tools if you haven't done that already, and any technical optimization that you need, we help get it done. Now, if you're looking at what can you practically do to get your website and your content ranking in AI, here is exactly how we'd recommend proceeding for any business right now. First thing is look at your website and look at on-site AI optimization. You need to create specific content designed to answer the exact questions that people ask AI tools. This might look like short, best fit briefs. So positioning your business as the best choice for a service in a given area. A best fit brief can be blog articles or specific pages, but they look like who is the best SEO agent to help an e-commerce business in Australia. That would be a good example of a best fit brief. Another one might be who's the best real estate agent to sell a family home in Massey. It might be who's the best bookkeeper to help a plumbing business in the Sunshine Coast. The key here is being very specific about who you're the best fit for. If people are searching, the best thing about AI is that it's very contextual. So it's not just going to give a broad answer, it's going to try to find specific answers that suit exactly what they're asking for. And that's where your best fit briefs can really shine. The next type of content that we recommend in creating for your website is top reason articles. These are top 5 reasons to choose Social Geeks Digital for your SEO, for your business SEO. You're wanting to create those articles because in there, you're going to be able to give a list of key reasons that will help answering those questions in a natural way that people would be asking when they're looking for SEO providers. The key thing here with AI search is that generally you're only going to get links out to a website if they're asking for somebody to help with a specific service or buying a specific product. So those are what we call more transactional focused searches. They're looking to make a purchase, or they're looking for somebody to help with a specific problem that they need solved. So you want to give them a list of top reasons why you would be able to help with that specific problem. If you're like us and you offer multiple services or multiple products, guess what? You're going to need multiple top reasons articles to help in ranking for those services in AI. Again, AI is very specific and gives good context to things. So you want to make sure that you're focusing on key locations near you. If you're trying to compete globally, you're going to be competing with millions and millions of businesses out there. But if you focus specifically on local suburbs around you to start with, you're going to be a lot more specific in popping up for those types of searches. So I hope that makes sense. That leads really well to the next recommendation that I have for AI search. You need to have location-specific pages that build authority in each suburb, city, or service area that you cover. Now, this is a common practice in SEO anyways, specifically for local-based businesses. So if you're a landscaper, you're a gardener, you're a plumber, an electrician, a bookkeeper who deals with local businesses, you would probably by now have had somebody recommend this tactic to help you rank more organically for local searches. The thing, because AI is so good at contextualizing where the person is based and trying to give them local providers, it's now something that we recommend for all businesses. So a good example of this, I'm going to use our agency, would be local specific pages that are talking about suburbs around us and talking about our services in terms of being a digital marketing partner for small businesses in the Sunshine Coast. And you'd go specific to different suburbs around that. So you'd have a page for Caloundra, a page for Budrum, a page for Maroochydore. Yes, that's a place. And you'd be figuring out where are the suburbs that you want to really stand out in. You can expand further to that. You can look at other cities, you can look at other suburbs, you can look at regions as well. So it might be Southeast Queensland in Australia, that's where we're based. So you can target those types of searches as well. But again, what you're trying to do is not use the same content for each different page and simply swapping out the suburb. You're writing unique content and you're trying to make that work in a natural, you're trying to do that in a way that sounds natural and you're using language that people would use when they're searching. Again, these are common SEO tactics, but it still translates over to AI because Google and Chat are using the same tools to index your website as Bing's search engine and as Google's search engine. So they are leveraging those vast database of websites and page content to index and then feed that into their AI platforms. Now, the next thing that we'd recommend for AI search, because people are going to ask AI search to compare different businesses. I don't know if you guys have done this when looking for plumbers or electricians. Tradies are hard to come by here in Australia. So creating ethical competitor comparison pages on your website showing your strengths and track records, and you're not trying to trash your competitors, you're basically trying to give them a little profile. For SEO, I generally recommend not linking through to their website, but you might have seen this happen for software platforms. They do it really famously. So if you've ever used business software, let's say it's Xero for accounting or QuickBooks if you're in America, you'll generally be searching, what's the best accounting platform? An article might come up that says, compare the different accounting platforms. And then there'll be a list of 5 to 10 different software platforms that do accounting software. And lo and behold, that's probably on a Xero blog or a Xero being the accounting software. It's like QuickBooks, Xero, Mind Your Own Business. Any of these platforms will generally have these competitor comparison articles because they want to bring you in to their website, and then they get to control the narrative of kind of comparing them against their competitors. So oftentimes I find that these articles will have the brand at the top and then compare others, and then have at the end a call to action that's again them, and have a really good deal and offer you 90% off for your first 6 months, which is infuriating to me, somebody who pays $100 plus a month for accounting software. Those types of articles can work really well. The reason we recommend leaning into this as well is that AI is most likely going to be asked to provide local, we are seeing that AI search behavior, people are asking for more information, longer searches, and generally multiple questions in that thread, right? So you're going to see that they're going to be asking, okay, so tell me more about SEO and tell me more, how can I manage on-page and off-page SEO tasks? And how do I incorporate that with AI search? And who are SEO experts that I can work with? Give me the top five SEO providers in my area. So that's how the message flow might play out, right? So having your own competitor comparison pages means that you're controlling the narrative and you're also feeding that in to AI searches. So hopefully people will come through to your website and you've got heaps of different options for AI to index and present to people when they do hopefully click out of using ChatGPT or Google search. So I want to stress, ethical competitor comparison pages are a really good way of doing it. Don't trash your competitors. Give them a chance. Be fair. You don't have to make them look awful. Just make yourself look good. Now, the last thing we recommend on your on-page SEO, so this is stuff that you can actually do on your website to help you rank better for AI, is looking at your existing content. Now, if you don't have any of this content, then craft this content. What we highly recommend is looking at what are the natural language sections in your website that would answer questions as they're asked verbally or written in a long format. Expanded FAQs are your best friend for AI search. The reason for this is that you're giving AI basically like a long list of common questions and then providing the answers, right? So if people are asking those questions, they're going to reference that page and be like, oh, this has got a gold mine of information. We are seeing a huge rise in what we call zero-click searches with AI, which means that they're never leaving the actual platform like ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok. They're not actually leaving the app as often. So with these, you're trying to give as much question and answers as you can and hoping that when they do graduate to the point where they're ready to pick a provider to help them, that you're the person that pops out. Another great way to expand on your website content is adding more case studies in both video and text format, adding testimonials and reviews in text and video format if you can. What I see a lot is reviews that are just images put onto a page, and it's not the end of the world. AI can scan images, but think about it this way. You want to make it as easy as possible for search engines and AI to be able to see the content on your website. So make sure that you're adding text, you're adding images, you're adding video, like anything that can help in providing that information in multiple ways. So FAQs, case studies, testimonials, and reviews are all fantastic ways to help you be seen by AI and get in front of people searching using those tools. Now, famously, there's another side of SEO which applies to AI as well, which is what we call off-page SEO. The famous EAT principle, or the EAT approach, which Google uses. So one of the common approaches that Google recommends and search engines in general for SEO is the EAT principle. You need to show you have experience, you need to show you have expertise, you need to show your authoritativeness and your trustworthiness as well. Now, I've already talked about ways that you can prove that on your website. There's testimonials, there's reviews, there's case studies, there's showing that you're a local service provider in your area. All of those help in building up your EAT score, if you will. And so those are really important. But what I'm talking about now is what can you do off your website that will also help with your visibility using AI search. And what you want to do is you want to focus on how to build up your authority across. So the first and most important way is looking at if you do have a brick and mortar store or a business, and even if you don't, you want to make sure that you have already created a Google business profile and a Bing business profile as well. Any of the search engines will have a way that you can create your profile, and that's basically where you can add your contact details, your phone number, your email address, your website, things like that. You can add your opening hour. You can add a summary about your business, which you want to have the same across all of your profiles for consistency. And you want to have good citations of your business. So what are your contact details? What is it that the services that you do, and what services do you what service areas do you provide your services? For e-commerce businesses that are from like a home office, or if you work from home, obviously you don't want your home address being your business address. What you can do is you can often set up a service area. So you can set it up and say, I service the Sunshine Coast in Brisbane. And if people search you, then it shows your address as blank, and it's basically shows a service area that you are available in. Setting up your profile anywhere that you can gives you an extra thumbs up because it's building up your backlinks, it's building up your business profile, It's not just your website, it's showing that on Google, this is what you look like, on Bing, this is what you look like, on Apple Maps. You want to be making sure that you're listing yourself everywhere that you can for free. Which leads me into the next thing that you can do, which is optimizing your business to create a profile on directory listings. So things like Yellow Pages is a good example. They still exist, by the way, and they have an online directory to help businesses be found. You want to list your business on any of the free directories or even paid directories, which can be really beneficial at driving more leads to your business. You can set that up using the same details, descriptions, your website, your email, your phone number, the services you offer, and you're trying to cast a wide net in terms of showing that you exist in multiple places. Now, if you are paying to be on a directory, sometimes they'll do featured articles. If they can feature your business in articles and link back to your business, this can be really advantageous, not only for your SEO, but also for AI searches. So if they're doing top electricians in Sunshine Coast and you can get on that list of 5 businesses, that definitely does help because it's giving you more of a profile. It's showing that you're an authority in your industry and that you've got the expertise and that you're a trustworthy brand that these directories would shout out. Now, the last thing for AI to help your business show up on AI searches is you want to look at other ways that you can organically get other websites to talk about your business. So a really good thing is anything that you have that's newsworthy, you can create a press release using AI. Just say, create a press release for this announcement, and you can send that to publications around the internet. There's so many nowadays that if you just do a simple Google search for publication submission, you'll probably find dozens of different magazines or online directories or anything like that you could reach out to. Now, I would recommend saving those contacts and using your CRM to send those emails out in bulk along with a press release and just say, hey, we're a local business. We'd love to see if we could be featured in your magazine. Some might ask for a payment to do it. Others might do it for free just because they like supporting local business. Again, this is a really useful SEO tactic, and it does take time to research the local publications in your area. But the reason I focus local is that if you are based in a certain area, those are going to be the most likely publications to want to talk about local businesses. If you're based in Australia and you're reaching out to American publications or Forbes magazine, good luck, right? Press releases might sound a bit dated, but they are content that you're sending to other publications and saying, hey, here is something that's newsworthy. I'd love to see if you guys would feature this. And it is a great way. If 1 out of 100 features your article, that is still an extra backlink that you have built to your website that helps give Google, AI search, Bing, ChatGPT, all a bit of a vote of confidence that they can trust you because people are talking about you. It's like that ancient wisdom where we all know that if somebody tells you that this person is awesome, that is probably more trustworthy than the person telling you that they're awesome. You sound a bit conceited, my friend, whereas if somebody else says it, you're like, maybe there's something to this. So I definitely think that is a really important aspect to build in your SEO as well, and to help with getting ranked on AI search. What we're finding is that customers who come from an AI search, as opposed to Google or Bing, they're a lot more likely to be pre-sold, if that makes sense, because they seem to trust AI a lot more than search engines. So to wrap it all up, AI search is definitely the next big wave. And we are making sure that as an agency, we're helping our clients in riding that wave. And if you're not a client, I hope that you got a lot of value from today's episode, walking you through how AI search, how you can help get ranking on AI search. I should probably look if they have an affiliate program, but I like the tool. They're fantastic. So check out the link there. You can create a free account and then you can import your SEO from Google Search Console. They definitely have an AI search kind of index and they show if you are showing up for AI searches. Even on the free version. They do get expensive when you do want to get a little bit more into the weeds and have a look through that. So just a heads up, it's not a cheap platform, but the free version is a really good place to start. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope that you got some value from it. Thank you so much for trusting us with your digital marketing. And as always, if you have any questions, please do reach out. I'm always happy to have a chat. You can book in a client meeting at our website, socialgeeks.com.au. And if you are not a client and you just want to have a chat, we offer a free consultation to run through your marketing goals and see how we might be able to help. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, all the best with your marketing.